We're going to try to get this Curt folding ball hitch into the bed of this truck. Alright, so the typical ones, like you see BMW and even Curt now, they'll have the kind that you pull the pin from here. This one's going to be all up top. So it's all going to be right there in the center. And let's look at what it comes with. Here's going to be the main supports. These are brackets specific to my truck and specific to the 6 holes. You see the 6 holes here. Comes with all the hardware. The actual hitch is right here. Hardware for that. So how this works is, according to this, you'll need a 11 by 7.5 hole cut in your bed. What I'm going to do to find that hole, because there's no real template, I'm going to install these lower pieces and then just take a drill and drill up 2 and get my 2 holes in first, and then I'll drill down through the top for the other ones to get me my template, and then I'll cut my middle out. So that's how I'm going to do it. So these I'm just getting in here as a placeholder. These are the main bolts that hold it to the rails over here. And really setting the rails is going to be the only somewhat difficult or tedious part of this. This part, actually setting the plate in, will be fairly easy, I think. So let's finish up. I'm just gonna get this front plate set up nice. I'm gonna get these in there where they're supposed to be, and then I'll start getting on the rails. This little guy right here is gonna be on the handle, just so it's a little bit easier to pull up. You've got this as your option, and you can make it as tight up in there as you want. No springs. It looks like it's no washers. It looks like it's just the nut right here. They are locking, so that's good. So as you can see, once it fully pressed down, there's still the threading's going to stop right there. So once we get these nuts on, even once you pull it, it's still going to pull it up high enough that you can get your fingers underneath there. Now it appears when this ball has 2 positions, there's the T. It appears they can fit here or here. However, I just discovered if it's here, the machining's off, and this should be longer for it to actually hold in place. So that's not going to work. So I'd have to stay in the upside down position. But I also noticed that if you bring this down, once these are in, they kind of hit that anyway. So it sure appears that unless this thing's going to be sticking way out and up, which I don't want, it is going to be the straight down position where it sits. So it turns out I ended up backing them all the way out to about the end, and that's going to give me a nice hook to pull this up. Alright, now how to do these. These are going to slide up through here, and then you are going to have 2 washers and 1 spring on each one. Alright, I don't see an actual torque spec for these, because I guess if you torque it all the way down to an actual spec, the spring will be compressed and that loses its purpose. So I just got the thread locker started, and let's see how that works. Let's see if that's going to get it done. So it's still pretty tight, but yep, that should work just fine. So the whole purpose of that is to pull it up, hook your chain on it, and then once you let go, it holds that chain hook in place. So those are that spring is stronger than it looks, because that holds it pretty tight. My hitch head is ready. Now I gotta get these on. So so the hitch head, because you can use this on multiple applications. You can use it on a steel plate if you got a flatbed. This kit is specific to my truck, this mounting kit. The hitch by itself really isn't too much money. I think it was like 150 or something, but this is like another 150 or something like that. So them together makes it, you know, 400 bucks or something like that. And I like this. I picked this one because I just wanted to, it still has all the weight as all the other ones, same weight spec as the other ones. And I'm actually going to, you'll see what I'll do in another video, but I'm going to re-bed line this after I put this in, and I'm going to make it so that the this lip is non-existent. I'm going to make the bed liner a nice roll up right to it. So that'll be, I think it'll be cool once I'm done with it. So we'll see how it works. Maybe I'll never do it again, but I'm going to try it this one time. And so this is the kit that comes with it. Here it is, 61341 sub kit. That, like I said, there's really no install instructions. See, it says there comes with a template. There is no template. Really what you got to do is install the 2 bars, take a drill up and do that. So this guy right here, first you got to get those bars kind of set up, but before we see where this goes, these are going to go right about here, and that hole, you're going to line up this bottom hole with the hole right there. Okay, so let's take a look what that looks like. And I don't know if I'll be able to film the rest of this. Alright. See right there? So that gives me the home for that one. There's a hole up here, and there's a hole down there. That's going to hold one of those huge U-bars. And that's where she's going to sit. If I had the time, you know, like everybody else, I guess it'd be nicest to paint the frame at this time, but right now that's not going to happen to make it all look nice. So, alright guys, so I got it done. Wasn't able to film the whole install, but let's talk about this real quick. So, I don't know if you can see in here, we've got, this one actually went through the factory frame hole, and then this one has that U-bar bracket that goes around the frame, and then the top 2 are attached to the crossbars. Now an interesting note is that to raise this bar up to the floor, it actually means it's not resting on the frame itself, so really the weight is distributed from the plate up top to the bed, to the frame, the crossbar, to this bracket, and then to this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, and then to the frame itself. So I don't know, I feel like on a flatbed truck, if the plate was just on a flatbed, it'd actually be a lot stronger. But let's check it out real quick. So this is it on my personal truck. As you can see, 30,000, 7,500. You pull this, and then this comes up, and then as you can see down here, thanks to my dual exhaust out the rear, that pipe actually hits it just barely, so I can't drop it all the way. But normally this grease cert is going to be sticking straight up, and you probably should put a rubber cap or something on there just so water doesn't get in, which I will once I start carrying it straight down. But once this is down, this little tab will sit right in these 2 grooves, and then you can fold this down, and really at that point it's pretty flat. The things that stick up the most are probably your chain hooks. Let's pull this back up. But there's that. Like I said, I think it makes the most sense to have on a flatbed truck, but works in a pickup too, and not the flattest, not quite an underball, but definitely can keep the bed useful once the ball is folded down. So